Welcome to the Manifestation Babe podcast. My name is Catherine Zinkina, and I'm a manifestation expert, master mindset coach, and multiple seven-figure entrepreneur. I'm obsessed with helping you achieve everything that you once thought was impossible. If you're looking to massively up-level your life, your finances, your relationships, your productivity and success, then you have come to the right place. My goal in this podcast is to help you see the infinite potential within yourself to be, do, and have anything that your heart desires. Think of this podcast as your weekly dose of mindset development to help you maximize who you are and where you're going. Leave it to me to provide you with the tools, the resources, the strategies, and teachings that you need to manifest a reality wilder than your wildest dreams. I know we're about to have so much fun together, so thank you so much for pushing play today, and now let's begin. Hello, gorgeous souls, and welcome back to the Manifestation Babe podcast. Today, what I'm talking about is the thing behind every single desire and fear that you have and how to work with it. So what I'm talking about today, guys, is our feelings. So think about it. Everything that we desire in our life, like money, dream house, a spouse or a partner, weighing a certain weight, or certain clothing, or whatever it might be, an accolade or a accomplishment of some sort, or getting recognized on stage, or writing a book and getting the New York Times bestsellers list, or whatever it is because of a feeling that we think these things are going to give us. For example, when I think about money, a lot of people associate money with freedom. And so they think that when they get the money, they're going to have freedom. So they desire the money for the feeling of freedom. Or when they attract a spouse or a partner, they're going to feel love. And so they are, manifesting their partner into their life so that they can bring that feeling of love into their life. And similarly, everything that we fear on the other side, if you think about it, is also because of a feeling. Whatever you fear on your path to achieving whatever goal that it is that you have, your fears are typically rooted in the fact that you are avoiding feeling things like the possibility of rejection or failure or humiliation or whatever feeling that you associate with you not getting what it is that you want, or really putting yourself out there. Oftentimes we have this complex of, I really want this thing, but I'm also afraid that if I fail, I'm going to feel a certain way. And so we're chasing these feelings, but at the same time, we're avoiding other feelings. And so that leads us into inaction, and we end up doing nothing, right? And we end up stuck in our life because we are avoiding feelings, and we don't even understand what feelings are in the first place. Where do feelings come from and what are they? I don't know about you, but I don't remember a single class in my education, like elementary school or middle school or high school or college even, where there's a class that we can take on understanding our emotions and our feelings. And the common denominator that I'm finding in the world of manifestation is it all comes down to feelings, because feelings is the way that we vibrationally communicate with the universe. When we are feeling a certain way that is a high vibrational, more positive, more wanted emotion, we are putting that into the universe, and we're going to attract whatever desires match that vibration. And, a lot of people think that by feeling a low vibrational emotion or low vibrational feeling, that they're similarly going to attract whatever it is that they don't want. What is often not talked about, and a discovery that I made really recently, within the last 6 months, is that it is in the resistance or avoidance of unwanted feelings that we are vibrationally attracting what it is that we don't want. Because remember the phrase, what you resist persists. When you keep resisting a feeling, it's going to keep persisting. And when you just allow it to pass through, then you can release it. and it doesn't bother you. And you ultimately recognize that what is a feeling anyway? If you just sit on your couch and process anxiety or process rejection or process failure or process humiliation or process whatever feeling comes up when you think about the worst, case scenario of what might happen and what feelings that brings up, you realize that it's just a vibration running through your body. Your heart rate might go up a little bit, or you might feel a sinking feeling in your stomach. You might feel some chills. You might get a little hot. Your cheeks might get hot. And that's it, right? That's the worst that it gets. There is nothing else that comes out of it except for the thoughts that are running through our heads, running through our minds that are generating these feelings. And why are feelings so important, besides vibration, is the fact that feelings drive all behaviors in our life. And where do feelings come from? They come from our thoughts. And so our thoughts create our feelings create our actions create results, the physical manifestation of our thoughts. And this goes for both wanted and unwanted feelings. And here's the thing that I've noticed is that we are typically very resistant or avoidant of unwanted or uncomfortable feelings. And at the same time, we struggle with cultivating positive feelings within ourselves. And you are going to feel both wanted and unwanted emotions on the path to living your dream life. And when you can master these emotional skills, you can very quickly and very swiftly, and of course, I'm not saying it's always going to be easy, but you can learn to process the unwanted feelings as they come up, and you can learn to hold on to and continue to feel the positive feelings that you're going to put out, that are going to put out this vibration, the matching vibration, that is then going to magnetically attract the matching desire or matching experience or matching thing or matching person or matching environment that's going to come into your life as a result of that feeling. And so, some things are going to go your way on your path and some things are not going to go your way on the path. And that's part of the human experience. And if any of you have ever accomplished a goal, tell me about all the ups and downs that you went through, because with every down came a lesson, and with every up, it was exciting. The ups kept you hooked in of like, fuck yeah, I'm going to do this. And the downs would just teach you ways in which it would not work. For example, whenever you have a quote unquote failure is just life showing you one way that it's not going to work. And it's going to ask you to try again. And most people don't get the hint to try again. And so they don't try at all. But that's all it is just a hint for you to try again. And it's all part of the journey. So I see, emotional skills as like, this needs to be taught in schools first and foremost. Imagine how much easier childhood and teenagehood, that's even a word, would be if we learned how to do this, right? Why is it that I had to teach myself this through various books and courses and coaching certifications? Like, why didn't I learn this in school? And so I see 3 of the best emotional skills that you can develop as number 1, observing your emotions. If you can be the observer and just the witness as to the vibrations that are associated with certain thoughts, then you can put yourself into this empowered space where you can actually choose how you want to feel. First of all, choose your thoughts, then choose how you want to feel based on your thoughts, and then choose how you want to behave based on your feelings, and then choose the results that you're going to create based on your behaviors. But if we're just like in life without any observation whatsoever, without ever taking a pause and being like, hold on a second, why am I acting this way? It's because I'm feeling a certain way. Why am I feeling this way? Oh, it's because I'm thinking a certain way. That's where it's starting from. And maybe I can shift my thoughts to get the results that I actually want to create, right? Maybe we'll be a little less reactive and a little more proactive in life if we develop the emotional skill of just observing our emotions. Number 2 is cultivating positive emotions. This is key in manifestation, you guys. By thinking positive thoughts, we feel positive feelings, which leads to positive actions, which leads to positive results. Feelings are everything when it comes to manifestation. They're the vibrational language of the universe, and you communicate your desires and your fears by how you feel. And without cultivating how you want to feel in advance of receiving what you desire, it won't manifest. So let's say you want money, you want $1 million. Well, how does $1 million make you feel? If I were to just deposit $1 million today in your bank account, what feelings would come up, right? And then the key is to feel those feelings regardless of whether the money is there or not. And the third emotional skill is processing and releasing negative emotions by simply feeling them and allowing them to pass. Okay, this is key. Just allowing them, accepting them. Because when you don't accept them, you're going to resist them. But if you just sit on your couch and say, okay, right now I'm going to process this grief that I'm feeling, or I'm going to process this humiliation, or I'm going to process this feeling of failure that I'm feeling, or unworthiness. And you just sit there and you just like kind of let it happen. You'll find it takes no more than like 10, 15 minutes for it to pass. And then you find yourself in this place of having a clear slate. You know, and I'm not here to say like it's only going to take you 10 to 15 minutes. I know for a fact from my experience, there's definitely been things that I've had to process for a few hours, maybe sometimes a whole day. But at some point you have to ask yourself, like, why is it taking so long? Is it because you're still resisting it? Because I find that when I actually accept it and allow myself to feel that way, it really shouldn't take that long. So that's another thing that you can ask yourself, like, why am I not fully accepting this? Why am I not fully allowing myself the experience of feeling this? And then when you have this clear slate and when you're ready, then you can ask yourself, how do I actually want to feel? Right? And so what thoughts can I start thinking from this clean, clear space? What feelings can I feel from this clean, clear space? What behaviors can I take now that I'm feeling a certain way? And so it's as I mentioned before, it's the resistance, the reacting or avoiding the unwanted, uncomfortable feelings if they come up, that we hold on to them longer. And that's when this shit perpetuates for days upon days upon days upon weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And the longer you hold on to them, the longer you resist them, the longer you hold on to them, the more they become a part of your vibrational field, and the more you're going to manifest what you don't want, right? So it's so important for you to process and release. Otherwise, you're going to attract things magnetically into your life that gives you the opportunity to keep feeling that way. So if you're feeling failure, then you're going to attract more things that invite more failure into your life. And again, failure is just a descriptive term for a feeling that might feel like something like the meaning that you would give to something that feels like a failure. Because I don't actually think that failure exists. Again, it's just a thing that didn't work out in your favor. That's all that it is, right? So also like being mindful of the labels. And let's say that you're resisting feeling humiliation. And so the universe, you'll magnetically attract more reasons to be humiliated. And so it's so important to process. Now, I know you guys are going to ask, like, Catherine, how do I just cultivate positive emotions? I talked about thinking positive thoughts that lead to positive feelings. Now, my favorite way of doing this involves visualization, which is visualizing the things that I'm manifesting as if they've already happened in the past. So currently I am manifesting a beautiful penthouse apartment with a gorgeous view of all of Los Angeles, like super light and airy and clean, and just like, I see it in my mind. It's hard for me to explain it, but I see it in my mind. Like I'm doing a walkthrough in my head as we speak. Now, my vibration is already lifting, just even thinking about it. And the feelings that it brings up for me is like badass accomplishment. It brings up freedom. It brings up like happiness. It brings up like just feeling so light, joy, like so many amazing emotions. And sometimes it's hard for me to even label them. It's like a vibration that I tap into. But the key is to review it as if it happened in the past. So literally I'm seeing this memory of me walking through it as if this happened like last week. And then as I review it as like a memory and quote unquote remember it, I'm also remembering what it felt like to have my dreams come true. I'm remembering what it felt like to be in that penthouse apartment. And whatever that feeling is, I just sit in it for a while and I come back to it as often as I can. And Abraham Hicks actually shares how it only takes 17 seconds of holding a vibration, AKA a feeling, in order for it to manifest. And so even just holding a vision for just 17 seconds of you like feeling that freedom or feeling that joy or feeling that excitement or feeling that liberation or feeling that like inner child's like play, like the giggling that comes from that or whatever it is. It only takes 17 seconds. And if you hold it for longer, it just becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. And the stronger it gets, the easier it is to feel it. And you can tap into this like literally on command. You know, it's a choice to feel this way. You know, why do we do gratitude rituals? Why is gratitude so important? When you list off the things that you're grateful for, it is cultivating gratitude. Right? It's not just fun and games. It's not just something you do on paper. It's you're doing it so that you cultivate feelings of gratitude. And when you cultivate feelings of gratitude and truly feel them, then you attract more into your life that matches that vibration of gratitude, AKA every desire you've ever wanted is on that vibration. And so it really comes down to a choice. You get to choose to feel freedom. You get to choose to feel excitement. You get to choose all these things. But sometimes another emotion might be getting in the way. And if you have like a fear or something that is standing in the way of that, that's dominating over these positive feelings, it's important for you to take a pause. Don't try to cover it up. Don't try to avoid it. Just process and release and then come back to the vision. And from this clean and clear space, you have air to breathe. And when you have air to breathe, you can create. You are basically in your most prime creative force of being like, there is nothing holding my way anymore for as long as I'm concerned on a vibrational level. And since all reality is created on a vibrational level, then there's nothing getting in the way of me creating. And then you actually get to have fun with experiencing what it feels like to visualize. And those visualizations will then bring into your life inspired actions, all those nudges. Your intuition will start talking to you and telling you, hey, as you keep feeling this way, you know, do this or do that or try that or call this person or ask for this or whatever. And then eventually what you'll find is you'll manifest that desire in your real life. And what you'll find is that this entire time, all you ever wanted was a feeling. Because when you're going to get it, you're just going to feel that same feeling that feels so familiar that it's not even a shock to you. That you just, for instance, in my example, you walk into that penthouse apartment with a beautiful view of Los Angeles and you just go, oh, I've been here before 1,000 times. This is so familiar. Right? This is awesome. But at the same time, you're like, okay, cool. Been there, done that. Like, how do I keep myself in a place of enjoying this and being grateful for it? And then knowing that there's so much more out there for me and that life is a constant evolution of what else we can manifest into our life. And that's just like the cycle. It's a circle of manifestation. It's a circle of life. When you manifest something, you realize it was just a feeling that you were after. And as you allow yourself to tap into that feeling, you're going to invite in even more and more and more into your life. So I have a question for you guys. What feelings are you committed to cultivating? List out like 4 to 5 of them. And then work on visualizing the things that you think are going to bring you those feelings and then live them out as if they've already happened. Or you can also review actual memories of things that have actually happened in your life that bring you those feelings. Like, for instance, joy. If you think of joy, just think of the day. I don't know, for some of us, it could be like the day we took our family to Disneyland and we felt so much joy in our life that day. And so you just review that memory that actually happened and cultivate those feelings of joy. And what the universe will do is just attract the things into your life that represent that joy. And then what feelings are you committed to processing as they come up so that you don't resist them? And my favorite way to process is literally to just sit down, chill out, sit on my bed, sit on the couch, and just allow myself to feel. and like really go there. And you'll find that the more you commit to going there, the easier it is and the faster it goes away. And it's almost like magic. It's just kind of like, it's like having a magic eraser and it just like melts it all away. So let me know, take a screenshot of this episode if it helped you. Let me know what breakthroughs you've had, aha moments, takeaways. Thank you so much to all who have been sharing these episodes with your family, friends, audiences across the world. I am so, so eternally grateful for you guys. I also, in exchange, as I've mentioned in the last couple episodes, in exchange for your reviews, your honest reviews that you leave on the Manifestation Babe podcast, I'm giving away a free manifestation hypnosis. And all you have to do for that is just leave a review first, and then take a screenshot of it before you submit it, then submit it. Then send that screenshot to hello@manifestationbabe.com. And in exchange, we will give you a hypnosis that is an incredible tool for rewiring your brain through a deep, relaxed state as you are in a theta brainwave state. Just chilling there, just relaxing. Let the hypnosis do all of the work. And you'll find that your brain will just slowly eliminate all the stories and all the beliefs that don't serve you and invite in all the stories and the beliefs that do serve you so that you can manifest your dream life on autopilot. It's a great hypnosis. It's made for manifestation and you get it literally as a gift for free just by leaving a review. So go ahead and grab that manifestation hypnosis by leaving a review. And for the rest of you, I will go ahead and see you in the next episode. Love you guys so much. Mwah. Bye. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. If you absolutely loved what you heard today, be sure to share it with me by leaving a review on iTunes so that I can keep the good stuff coming your way. If you aren't already following me on social media, come soak up the extra inspiration on Instagram by following @manifestationbabe or visiting my website at manifestationbabe.com. I love and adore you so much and can't wait to connect with you in the next episode. In the meantime, go out there and manifest some magic.